This type of encryption is especially safe if you're interested in ProtonVPN's streaming performance or if it works with Netflix. Main difference from many other free plans out there, it's a great and cheap option for those of you that regularly download torrent files. If you want anonymous browsing through private and secure networks, then you might be looking into VPNs as a quick fix. Sure, there's loads on the market which from first look seems like they're really offering pretty similar features. But what about ProtonVPN? Is it worth your time, and can the free version offer enough protection? Let's answer those questions today, take a look at the user interface and check out some features too. Welcome back to another review from Cybernews.com. If you're new here, be sure to like this video in support and subscribe to our channel for weekly content about secure online choices. A huge concern put to VPN providers is the case of trust. Especially when they offer free plans, it's easy to feel like there could be some kind of catch. However, ProtonVPN is from the reputable and trustworthy developer that brought us ProtonMail, and likewise follows privacy-friendly policies. They have a no logs policy, which I always love to see, albeit with a few caveats, like the logging of your connection, timestamps, but when you look into the reasoning behind this, there is a good reason, such as avoiding brute force attacks on users' accounts. ProtonVPN also made their source code open source, and it can be found on their GitHub. I'll give them a pat on the back for this move, as many VPNs on the market today are still hiding their code behind closed doors, which makes it hard to shake the feeling that they're hiding something. In the question of safety, ProtonVPN follows great safety practices. We'll get into the specifics of how their features work in a little while, but you should know they use AES 256 encryption, a pretty standard encryption protocol for many competing VPNs. This type of encryption is especially safe and unbreakable by brute force attacks. So if you are using a VPN for the sole purpose of online security, then this type of encryption is great and will protect your data if it gets intercepted. Then there's NetShield, which can be found on Windows, macOS, Android, and iOS for all paid users. This will block any malicious websites, ads, and trackers that follow your habits across the World Web. Moving on to the kill switch, the purpose of this is to disconnect your device from the internet if your VPN connection drops, protecting your real IP address from leaking. We did find though that this kill switch can actually stop you from disabling your internet connection on Windows after you've disconnected from the VPN server. This could be an isolated issue, but it's worth noting either way and could be a little irritating. A very handy feature which you'll also find with this VPN is the Quick Connect button. Once you first open the app, you'll notice this feature straight off the bat. Essentially, it lets users choose which country or server they'd like to connect to in a shortcut style way by simply pressing this button, so that is quite a nice addition. Looking at ProtonVPN's split channeling feature, I've got to admit it is extremely advanced, especially looking at competing VPN providers' implementation of this feature. Split tunneling essentially lets you have more customization over which apps and IPs will be secured by the VPN. And ProtonVPN's version is no different, letting you encrypt the whole connection and include or exclude certain apps as you deem fit. And this feature works not only on the app level, but the IP level too. These types of practical customization options are pretty great when it comes to a VPN, as it offers more flexibility and movement depending on what you're after. If you're interested in ProtonVPN's streaming performance or if it works with Netflix, be sure to head to our comprehensive ProtonVPN review for more information. Just tap the link down in the description. Now let's break down the pricing of this VPN. It's a little all over the place when it comes to the pricing tiers, so I want to discuss the main differences between the paid and free plans and discuss if the free version offers enough support. So it's no surprise to see a free version. Many VPN providers are offering at least a free trial of some sort. However, ProtonVPN's main difference from many other free plans out there is their non-restrictive data allowance. The biggest downsides are one connection with the same account, a tiny selection of just 3 servers to choose from, and slow speeds. But it really depends on the reason you're choosing a VPN to begin with. If it's for better online privacy, then this might not be the nail in the coffin. But if you're looking to unlock prime content on Netflix, then this plan might not be the best option for you, as currently it is possible with the free plan, but you don't get any premium support on how to go about this. And as Netflix updates their countermeasures quite frequently, this isn't really a guarantee. The next plan up, the basic plan, is a bit of a jump. For $5 a month for a single month, it's a great and cheap option for those of you that regularly download torrent files. You can access 54 countries and have 2 connections that can be used simultaneously. But most importantly, you won't find speed throttling with this plan. And it also includes P2P support for torrenting too. There's also a Plus and Visionary plan with way more sophisticated features and anonymous practices. So don't forget you can learn more about those through clicking the link below. The whole premise of a VPN and how it operates can at times be a little complicated. That's why it's important that the VPN itself is as easy as pie. When trying out the desktop apps, I can say that across the board, the interface is user-friendly. You've got the big map slap bang in the center, and you can use this to connect or alternatively use the sidebar. There's various metrics you can find on this app, but the best one we found was that the server load is clearly indicated. So you can jump onto another server with a lower load anytime you feel like it. One thing you should know is that the Windows app offers the most settings for its users, including alternative routing, split tunneling, and custom DNS servers. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. And for all the Mac users in the back, I see you. You might find this app a little bare bones, especially compared to what the Windows version is offering. However, when it comes to the iOS mobile app, it's pretty much identical to Android, but without the split tunneling and alternate routing. In some cases, the mobile app might have a better user interface and be more intuitive than the desktop clients, which I personally favor as I generally use my phone for most things. In terms of speed, your experience is all down to the connection protocol, the distance to the server, and of course, features. Having said that, the download speed test results aren't that impressive, even without the Tor over VPN feature enabled. So the anticipated question, should you get ProtonVPN? First, don't forget to subscribe and like this video for weekly content. Now, from the start, ProtonVPN had the shoes of its older and slightly more put together brother, ProtonMail, to fill. Overall, ProtonVPN offers a decent deal for all sorts of users, and it's a trustworthy company that offers great protection, regardless of the plan you choose. It's fair to say the level of service is different from app to app, and only Windows users will get the most out of it. But we can't deny that this service is reputable, and even the free version does a good job at securing your online activities. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Have you tried out ProtonVPN? Let us know down in the comments your thoughts and feelings. See you next time.